live from the O'Brien Service Stadium. This is the fifth quarter.
Hello and welcome to the fifth quarter. I'm your host, John Rendleman. This is Kevin Motsinger, and the first round of postseason play for high school football is over. It just ended. And Coach Motsinger, we have a lot of ground to cover tonight on the fifth quarter.
Yes, sir. It's the playdowns. It's what the real season, what it's all about. You play down until there's just one.
I like the state playoffs,
Yes,
and
sir.
we're going to get it going right now. And I can tell you that Legion Stadium was the place to be tonight if you wanted to watch state playoff football action in Wilmington. New Hanover High School hosted Northern Durham, and Kevin Motsinger used to be the head coach of the Wildcats. And, Coach, right now I'm going to let you tell everybody what happened tonight in this one.
Well, they were looking good uniform-wise with the new gray, and right here Blake Walston, the Wiz Vaughn, and we've seen Wiz all year long do this. He knows what to do with the football when he gets in his hand, takes down sideline, touchdown, starts it off 7-0, come right back. Blake showing off his arm, and shows you how fast Lamont Howard is for him to underthrow a ball to Lamont, but he did. Good catch, good focus, holds on to it, sets up good field position, getting ready to score again. Right here, Blake hands it off to Wiz on the speed sweep. Great block by Javion Hall, and the senior there, number 15, leads it in the end zone. Cats go up right here, 14-3. Northern comes right back, 12, defense just swarming him all night long, and that poor kid didn't have much time. He had some good plays, but didn't have much time to throw it. Right here, the field goal gives it 17-3 lead to Cats going in.
So Wesley Gaines hits the field goal right before intermission. New Hanover leads 17-3 at the break. Coach, New Hanover goes on to win this one 45-3. The Wildcats really pour it on in half number 2. And next week at home, New Hanover will host Cardinal Gibbons. Cardinal Gibbons beat D.H. Conley tonight. And why is it so important to be at home next Friday? And does Thanksgiving have anything to do with it?
Definitely. You know, anytime you're in the playoffs, you want to play at home. And Thanksgiving weekend, kids are out of school, family's in town, you're eating, and so to be home and kind of, not have to travel and make those plans is a big difference.
All right, we have more 4A state playoff action. Hoggard High School had to hit the road this evening to play Durham Hillside. Coach, and Hillside guys are excited, and they are in dark blue, Hoggard in white. Hillside, year in, year out, they sign more D1 athletes, I think, than any other. I know they're one of the top 5 schools in the state, year in and year out for D1 talent. And unfortunately for them, they've had to play 2 Wilmington teams. Last year, New Hanover put them out late in the 3rd round playoffs, and Hoggard tonight taking care of business. All right, looks like an interception there for Durham Hillside. Not looking good for Hoggard at that point, but it kind of changes a little bit after this, Coach. Yes, sir. Long 90-yard touchdown return right here for number 7. But it was the Hoggard Vikings all night. And hats off to Coach Underwood and the Vikings. That's a hard place to play in Durham in the playoffs. And for them to make that long bus ride, they're having a happy bus ride back home to Wilmington. High scoring affair. Hoggard takes it. 38-34 is your final score. The Vikings will move on in the state playoffs. Next week they play at Rose. All right, West Brunswick is also a Mid-Eastern Conference high school football team. The Trojans have not played a game since October 28th, and this is West Brunswick hosting Northern Guilford, Coach. Just Bubba McCray had another big night, and my hat's off to these kids. I was really worried about them. My wife's a West Brunswick Trojan, softball and a volleyball star there all 4 years, and I've kept up with West and was really worried. 3 weeks off, and they came back and played extremely well tonight. Look at them. The team in green has their way with the team in purple, and I think we've got Bubba McCray coming at us one more time with a touchdown. This is Bubba, Coach. Yes, sir. I tell you what, just get him coaching against him and then watching him as a fan, just seems like he's been toting that rock for 7 years at West Brunswick, and he totes it well. 3 touchdowns for Bubba, 204 yards rushing for Bubba. 35-21 is your final score. The Trojans will play at home again next week. That'll be against the Jacksonville Cardinals, a much improved this year on the high school football scene. I want to mention 2 more Mid-Eastern Conference teams right now. The Topsail Pirates, their season is over. They lost to Lee County this evening. That final score 48-6. And the Laney Buccaneers, how about that, Coach? On the road, beating the Bengals from Fuquay-Varina High School 41-19. First playoff win for Laney since 2011. So that's 5 years ago. Yes, sir. That's impressive. So A-Shot Yeoman and his Buccaneers, congratulations to you guys. The Bucs will have to play on the road next Friday, though. More football headed your way on the 5th quarter. We'll head all across the Cape Fear region for more Friday playoff action as the 5th quarter on this Friday night rolls on.
We got a good bracket. We do, but I thought we had a good bracket last year and lost in the first round. So you got to take it one game at a time.
That was Luke Little, the Whiteville head football coach. I'm John Reynolman. This is Kevin Motsinger. And, Coach, I think we're about to head to Whiteville. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. The Whiteville Wolfpack hosting Cherryville this evening, the Cherryville Ironmen. And we expected the Pack to get off to a good start, and they did. And this trick play does not work for Cherryville, Coach.
It was one of those players, coaches drew it up, and I'm sure it looked beautiful on paper, but on Friday night it didn't look good at all, and just too long of a play, and penetration got him.
Jamario Norton, number 32 for Whiteville.
We've seen this all year long. Coach Little, got a very young team, and people in the East better keep an eye on them because they don't have but a handful of seniors, and they got a bunch of these young kids coming back.
They only start 2 seniors, and say hello to Keyshawn Bellamy with the second touchdown run of the night for Whiteville.
I'm going to tell you what, they've got several kids on this team that know what to do with football, have great vision, great power, and they're only going to get better and better.
All right, Cherryville only gets 1 touchdown. That was on a blocked punt. The Pack moves on with a 42-7 victory at home. Whiteville will be at home again next week for round number 2. All right, we have more 1AA state playoff football action. It is Trask High School on the road facing the Spartans from Union High School. Union in red, Coach.
Sampson-County versus Pender-County, and right here just great vision. He cuts it against the grain. 24 took a poor angle, and 2 just took it to the house. Long run. And just this was a battle. These guys know each other real well, and they played each other since Rocky Point and Trask High School came into existence.
Here's another one that's coming right at our camera, Coach.
I tell you what, just watching this film and these kids, you could tell that both teams really wanted this game extremely, and they played extremely hard.
Ensuing kickoff goes to B.J. Jordan for the Trask Titans. What does he do?
He takes it to the house. B.J. can flat out run, and he showed it right here. Great patience, and you can see him stick that left foot in the ground and takes it to distance.
So at this point, Trask is trailing 14-7 in the first half against Union. This is second quarter action. Quarterback Nadir Goodwin rolls out, tosses it to Warren Gray.
He gets behind the safety bit on the run fake, and he gets behind him and puts it on the money.
All right, Union plays pretty good in the second half as well. Final score 41-14. Union beat Trask. Dustin Dorsey stuck around for the end of this one, and he has our post-game report.
Dustin Dorsey here at Union High School, where the Spartans just defeated the Titans. I'm here with Coach Jonathan Taylor of Trask. Coach, I know it wasn't the ending that you wanted, but you had a historic season. Talk to me about it.
It's not the ending you want, and you're not excited about what happened. And I mean, they got a heck of a team, Union. They did a great job tonight. But our season, we got so much we've accomplished this year for these guys, and that's what I just told them. 7 wins, most in school history. On top of that, the first time that we were able to beat the other 2 teams in our county, so they've got that as well. And it's something that, and for me, almost the things, like I've said before, that happen when the lights are not on. The relationships that are built, the friendships that are created, the closeness there, and it's something that's so important that will carry these guys for the rest of their lives.
I'm here with Coach Doug Burley of the winning Union Trask football team. Hey, Coach, that was a good game. What do you got to do to keep the momentum going in the playoffs?
It's going to be tough next week, but, we're probably going to have Wallace. I don't know who won that game, but I'm sure they did. It's going to be tough. Come out and have fun. They said you have a good season when you're practicing on Thanksgiving, so we get to practice on Thanksgiving Day. I thought the defense played very good. Only gave up 1 touchdown. Special teams gave up a touchdown, but defensively we did very good. Well, I want to say hats off for them guys over there. They played a heck of a season all year long. They already beat us 1 time this year. They got a great coaching staff, and they got some great kids.
Well, Coach, good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Yes,
appreciate it. Absolutely. At Union High School, I'm Dustin Dorsey, and you're watching the 5th quarter.
Thank you very much, Dustin. I tell you what, that man knows how to cover high school football. Wallace Rose Hill is clearly one of the best football programs in the state. Tonight it is the Bulldogs and the Pender Patriots going head-to-head, and the winner gets to play Union, Coach. This is Pender in white, Wallace in black.
Right here, linebacker flew over, fake on the speed sweep, and fullback dive right up the middle. Right here on a punt return, he set it up. Wall was waiting on it, and he took it inside the red zone, inside the 5.
Wallace is keeping that thing on the ground.
Eating the clock and running it. Pender, they've had a tough year, but they've improved and can look at that and try to grow from it. And Wallace has got, I think me and you talked, best thing kind of happened to him was that loss against Clinton, because it kind of woke them up, get them hungry, and hopefully get them another run to the state championship.
Yeah, Clinton and Wallace Rose Hill are likely to both be in the state championship games this year, but not against each other. Final score 63-7, Wallace Rose Hill all over the Pender Patriots. All right, we had a crew in Bladen County. It is 2A state playoff action between East Bladen High School and Farmville Central, and we're going to check out number 34 of East Bladen, Xavier Wooten. How about this, Coach?
I tell you what, these guys, you know, the Hines brothers, Wooten, they've got a tandem. I wouldn't want to defend all three of those, and right here, just a good hard run, protects the football, takes it to the house, and come right back. And we got Ethan Hines.
This is Ian Hines right here. He had 3 catches tonight. This is one of them, and now right now we're going to see his brother, number 21, Ethan Hines.
I tell you what, their parents have got to be proud, as talented as they are, between Ian and Ethan, and just tremendous football players.
Can you say a 55-yard touchdown run for this one?
295 yards, 5 rushing touchdowns, and caught one for a touchdown.
Ethan Hines just amazing tonight. 6 touchdowns in all. Final score 62-42. East Bladen will travel to Ayden-Grifton next week for round 2 of the high school football state playoffs. All right, we're going to head to High Point. Hadn't been there in a while in the 5th quarter. It is North Brunswick High School in the white tops, blue bottoms versus Andrews High School. Coach, this is 3rd quarter action.
Fumble, he scoops and scores, just athletic play. People don't realize unless you've done it to be running and pick that pigskin up, especially on a cold, damp night. You can look at the ground. Just too much T.W. Andrews tonight. And hats off those kids. That's a long, long bus ride trying to get from Leland to High Point, and that's tough.
It was a long bus ride to High Point, an even longer bus ride back tonight, but the Scorpions season is over. Your final score is 27-7. Andrews defeats North Brunswick High School. All right, let's head to South Columbus. It is the Stallions in black versus the Falcons from Berkey High School. And say hello to Dennis Leggett, Coach.
And you're talking about a stallion. This boy is a stud. I love watching him run. He is a physical specimen, physical, refuses to go out of bounds here and finds a way in the end zone.
He had as many touchdowns tonight as I have fingers on my right hand, Coach.
I tell you what, every week, like I said, I just look at him. He just runs angry. I mean, he looks like somebody stole something from him, and he's trying to get it back, and he did it all night long once again.
There's another one. 42-26 is your final score. South Columbus will be at home again next week for round number 2 of the high school football state playoffs. Time to move on. But first, right now, let's check out the state playoff scoreboard.
Play of the Week brought to you by Perry's Emporium.
For the Perry's Emporium Play of the Week, we head back to Union High School to see Donovan Hayes. He is a running back for Union High School, and Union beat Trash tonight, 41-14, Coach.
Speed sweep. It's supposed to go to the offensive right-hand side, and they're trying to get that play outside. Trash outside linebacker closes to the end. And this, I mean, boy barely gets his jersey, but he puts his foot in the ground, hits the brake like the video games the kids play. He's hitting L2, and spins it off and cuts it all the way back against the grain, takes it to the house.
And here's what's impressive to me about this game tonight. Trask beat Union 4 or 5 weeks ago by, I believe, 7 points. And tonight in the state playoffs, Union really took it to Trask.
It's really difficult to play a team in the playoffs that you play in the regular season.
That you had played already and beaten already. All right, surprise of the night for all the teams in the Cape Fear region, and no disrespect to whatever the answer is, the biggest surprise tonight was?
The Laney Buccaneers. And hats off Coach Yeoman and the Bucks, and keep it rolling. That's a big win.
They're going to be on the road again, and good luck to Laney next week. Good luck to Hoggard, have to be on the road again, and I can't name them all right now, but we had a lot of local teams win tonight. Right. I want to thank you for watching tonight's 5th quarter on this Friday night. Coach Mottsinger and I will certainly be back next Friday after eating a fair amount of turkey next Thursday, and we both hope to see you then next Friday for round 2 of the high school football state playoff. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.